Welcome back, cowboys and cowgirls, to the Network Marketing Cowboy channel. Today, we're going to be talking about the A in the ranch method about asset growth. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of real estate. So we're going to get into why, even in biblical terms, why this is so important for everyone to start investing into assets that grow, real estate, land, whatever. So I hope you guys enjoy this message today. If residual income gives you the financial freedom, asset growth gives you the generational freedom that you can pass on to your kids. Most people earn money and spend it. We've talked about this before. But entrepreneurs and kingdom builders turn income into assets. Assets work for you long after you stop. And when you combine residual income with real estate investing, you can create the perfect system for sustainable wealth and kingdom impact. So today we're going to unpack how to take that income from your network marketing business and transform it into real estate investments that build long-term stability, security, and legacy for you. Because remember, we're also building a kingdom of who we wanting to support and take care of. So let's get into the first part. Why assets are biblical. And Proverbs chapter 31, verse 16. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. So here we're getting into the Proverbs 31. Women wasn't just managing her household. She was investing. And this is great thought of men and women are, families doing this together. And, every successful man out there truly believes has a strong woman beside them, not behind them, not in front of them, beside them, because they see things at a different point of view. And so when you're talking about buying an asset, my wife and I sit down and talk about this all the time. Is this a good one? We both look at it from our point of view. Is this a good investment or not? So we look at it together. But the Proverbs 31 woman, kind of does this for her husband. So she took the income from the business and converted it into assets, fields and vineyards. So they had their business. She took those residuals and was able to expand more into fields and vineyards. God values stewardship. He rewards those who manage their resources wisely. And I don't know how many times we've talked about this. So you need to make sure whatever you're being a good stewardship. Money is not the root of all evil. It's what people do with money and their purpose and intent behind it. So you need to make sure you're always doing what your values are stating and being a good stewardship of money. Remember, you can't leave a paycheck to your children, but you can leave assets. So this is why we love having real estate, so we can pass it on from generation to generation. All right, so let's get into the difference between money and wealth. Let's see, Ecclesiastes chapter 5, verses 10 through 11. Whoever loves money never has enough. As goods increase, so do those who consume them. So this is going back to just not loving money. It's the purpose of what you're doing it for, just not for the love of money. Because love of money is not evil. The root of all evil is not the money. It's what you do with it, the purpose, everything you're doing it. Remember, money is temporary. Money is currency. What does currency mean? It has to keep moving. So if you just have money sitting in the bank, it's not doing you any good. It's not doing anybody any good. It needs to be We call it currency because it needs to continually be moving in order to do something good. So money is temporary. True wealth is enduring. Wealth is built when your resources create more resources. So you're taking your money and you're creating something more of value. So you're buying real estate. You're developing the land for another purpose. You're buying an apartment complex. You're helping people with housing. And that will in turn you can do more and more of that. Real estate and other appreciating assets convert fleeting income into lasting impact. So because over time, real estate always increases. Now we always have mountains and valleys. So you just have to make sure real estate is a long-term game, that we always need to be making sure we're having long-term goals put in place. Your goal isn't just to chase money. It is to build wealth that blesses others. So this is what we're talking about. What are you doing with that that's helping improve other people, of making sure you're doing great stewardship, building your kingdom? Okay. When your income becomes an investment, your legacy begins. I hope you guys remember that. Let's get into real estate as a kingdom tool. Deuteronomy chapter 6, verses 10 through 11. Cities you did not build, houses filled with all kinds of good things you did not provide, wells you did not dig, and vineyards and olive groves you did not plant. Throughout Scripture, land ownership equals stability and blessings. So when you're helping other people, they're going to be able to do more things to themselves too. Help you grow your kingdom. So this is one of the things that I love about network marketing, is we can help people out of the system, and then they can start helping other people through real estate or whatever their purpose is. Okay. Just remember, real estate provides cash flow, so you get more residual income, appreciation, value that grows over time, leverage of using capital wisely to expand. So this is good debt that we're talking about, of how you can make your dollar stretch. You can do what we call passive income, where you go out and use other people's money, raise money to buy a bigger building than you could possibly own by yourself. So you're using leverage wisely. So make sure you understand good debt and bad debt. If you truly want to understand that, my great friend Kenny McElroy and then Robert Kiyosaki always talk about good debt and bad debt. If you really want to understand that, go over there and look at their stuff. And then one of the biggest things that we like about real estate is the tax benefits. Gives you great stewardship over your own resources, and you're not always giving the money back to the government. Remember, God used land and property to anchor his people. It's still a key tool for modern stewardship. When you own land, you gain authority over your time, your resources, and your future. So I hope you guys remember that. This is why you need to always look at assets when you're building anything with legacy. So let's get into how to move from income to assets. We've talked about this before. Matthew chapter 25, verse 21. Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a few things, and I'll make you ruler over many things. So let's just start small. Stay faithful. Use your network marketing profits to invest in your first asset. Like we said, don't upgrade your lifestyle. Let's just focus on making sure we get our first asset under our belt, because we need to start somewhere. You don't have to get the big apartment complex. Get your first single family home or duplex, triplex, fourplex, that you can possibly live in one while you're renting out the other three. So that's what you need to start focusing on first and foremost. Don't wait until you're ready. Start where you are right now. You can start making small daily changes in your life right now to start doing it. So always remember, when you're getting this residual income, start reinvesting it to produce more income. Don't change your lifestyle. Let's, continue working your 9 to 5 job. Start investing, holding on to it, investing into real estate, to make sure you can start doing it on a grander scale, so you can ultimately take all of your income that you're making from there, replace your 9 to 5 job, and then be able to quit your 9 to 5 job and then start focusing on this full time. Remember, network marketing is not really a full-time job. It's a few hours every day. If you can invest a few hours a day with consistent action, you can build enough income coming in to start investing in real estate and really make a big difference in, let's just say, 5 years. 5 years is not long-term, people. 5 years is near. We all know how time flies. So remember, reinvest what you have. Don't upgrade your lifestyle. Buy cash flow, not clutter. Again, not upgrading your lifestyle. Real estate is the bridge from income freedom to generational freedom. Remember that. This is everybody that I know, they're passing through real estate or income producing assets, hard assets, not by a paycheck or even from residual income. So remember, residual income funds the visions, assets secure it. So one of the biggest things that we have to do is get in a mindset. So what is your asset growth mindset? Assets equal freedom, liabilities equals slavery. You have to remember that. So, liabilities is bad debt. Remember, assets will have good debt on it, and it can ultimately give you the freedom and time, everything that you've ever wanted. When you go out, buy the latest new car, go into bad debt, you're just always going to be forced to be working to pay off that bad debt. We don't want you guys to be there. Live below your means so you can invest above your means. This will say, don't upgrade your lifestyle. And remember, don't measure success by what you buy, but by what you build. All right? You're building a kingdom. You're building a legacy. What you're buying along the way is just part of the foundation, a stepping stone. That's all you're doing. So don't get caught up in to measuring success by what you buy. Don't measure success by looking and envying other people of what they have, what they got, because that is not the true way to do it. You can't be jealous of, they did it in this amount of time, or they can do it this way. If it's been done before, you can follow and learn from how they did it. So always remember that. And the last thing, think like a kingdom investor. Every property, every project is a seed of a legacy. And Luke chapter 14, verse 28, for which of you, desiring to build a tower, does not first sit down and count the cost? Remember that. Look at the cost of everything and what you can do. You're not going to jump in and just build a tower off your first deal, too. But look at what you can start building on that tower. What foundation, what hole do you need to dig before you start building that tower? Building assets requires wisdom, patience, and stewardship. But once the foundation is laid, freedom multiplies exponentially. And it's truly that way, you guys. So think of that as we're concluding this message. So, on wrapping things up here, just remember, asset growth is how you transform your income into legacy. God never intended wealth to stop with you. He designed it to flow through you. And we can go back to biblical terms of all these assets flowing down from generation to generation. Remember, residual income gives you time. Asset growth gives you the stability, and together they give you that impact that you're wanting to make. So comment below, what's one asset you've dreamed of owning? Land, property, or a business? What's holding you back? Let me know on the comments below. Remember, also, comment asset, and I'll give you my asset growth blueprint, a step-by-step guide to turning residual income into real estate investments. And then the next video, we're going to be getting in as part of the network marketing leverage, and how do you use duplication and discipleship to build teams that multiply your mission. Remember, cowboys and cowgirls, you can't build legacy without a foundation, and assets are that foundation. So saddle up, partner up, and let's start building your kingdom now. God bless you all.